to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Golden Gophers will get us started with the opening kickoff. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Wisconsin's offense will go to work first. The battle for the Axe has been built on close, contentious, hard-fought, down-to-the-wire games. That was not the case last year as Minnesota won in a blowout.
This is a big opportunity, I think, for Minnesota. If they can win in yet another blowout, think how much that would help their recruiting. These two schools, they recruit the same kids, so a big opportunity here for Minnesota, Dave.
They recruit the same kids.
Oh, he's got some space. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Wide receiver going in motion. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. He's looking deep. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Let's take just a moment here and talk about Wisconsin. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range if people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? Like a lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you. But let's see if the squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love now, Jesse. How do they handle that?
I'm excited to see how this team is going to finish, too, because we know they've got talent. They've got guys that can take the game over. The question I have now moving forward, can they do it on the biggest stages? And today, it's about as big as it gets.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
In offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Got his man. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. The Badgers have it in scoring position on first and goal.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
And the timing just a hair off.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Got his man. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. Third and goal from the 2. Powers forward. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. Motion from the wideout. On the ground. He is denied. Stopped just short of the goal line. Pushed his way to the 1 and could go no further. And they'll turn it over on downs. So Minnesota's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And the story is going to be in... Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really huge.
Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
He's in open space downfield. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do.
Snatches it on the right. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Running to the left. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? All this intensity, all this build-up for an axe. What kind of axe do you have at your place, David?
Well, I have the body spread, but no, this rivalry obviously means so much. These programs built so similar to each other. So many tough guys on this football field wanting to come out here and swing that axe.
Powerful running as he trucks his way to the 28. And the Badgers line up trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll try to run for it. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. Tight end now in motion. Going for the marker on the ground. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Badgers come to the line in the hurry-up.
I love offenses that can just rely on their offensive line to get it done in fourth and short situations like that. Turn around, hand it off, let's stay on the field and keep this thing going.
He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. I mean, again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Badger! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to try to return this one. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, David.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Off the play fake. He finds a soft spot in the middle. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. New set of downs after the completion. Give to the running back. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. And the Golden Gophers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. From the gun, the ground game. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Off the play fake on first down. Unloads it downfield. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. To the air on first down. Finds the tight end. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. See what they dial up on first and 10. The give to the back. There he goes. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. So first down here as they go back to work. Leaves it with the running back. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
I just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change.
He's loose down the middle. 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Minnesota. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. These old rivals have gone at it for a long time. First meeting way back in 1890. It is the most played rivalry at the highest level of college football.
Yeah, you're right, Reese. And even though this game hasn't always had national championship implications or Heisman Trophy implications necessarily, this game defines what's so great about college football. It's the rivalries, right? You don't have to be necessarily a fan of either of these two schools, but appreciating the history, I think, is what makes this game so unique.
Yeah, and the trophy games are so fun just to watch the teams react at the end. And they know, starting this game off, one of them is going to run across the field and get an enormous axe. How flipping cool is that?
Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Here's the handoff. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
This is a a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Wants to throw on first down. He uncorks one deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. And the Badgers want to pick up the tempo. Might be changing the route. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
This offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on third down. Forget that. Let's go get the first down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch. Now set up with a first and goal situation.
The Badgers trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They march 79 yards on the drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Punch it out of the air. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll try the run. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Golden Gophers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Offense changing the play. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. It's complete on the right side. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit.
Turning it on! And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Off play action. On the move to the right and looking for a big one.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
And the Badgers moving quickly to the line. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Under fire. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. The Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll run the option. Got room to work. There he goes. And he's out of bounds just short of the goal line, but are they ever in business now?
That's the danger as a defense when you're playing against this guy, because you know you're going to see the option. And if you don't have a player dedicated to pursuing and stopping him, he is going to burn you like he did right there. He has elite speed. You saw it on that option play.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Cutting it close now with 3rd and goal upcoming. Wide receiver going in motion. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollack.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length.
Touchdown, Badgers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I like the decision to go for it. I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal, they're going to power it in. Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch. Huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Barney. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the 2nd half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. He'll do it himself. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. And the Golden Gophers will send out the punt unit. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Going right to work up top. Breaks into the open. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Backed up now, here's second and long. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The Golden Gophers send out the punt unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, Paul Bunyan's axe on the line, and already Minnesota and Wisconsin have given us some stirring moments. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable?
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half. So now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Holds and fires complete to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yards. That play able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Listen to this place. Oh, man, and they love their Badgers. Third down coming. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. It's complete. Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Golden Gophers look to keep this drive humming. Quickly complete. Spins away from the defense. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
And the Golden Gophers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Wants to throw on first down. The Golden Gophers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to fire. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Here's the pressure. Had to throw it before he wanted.
And that's disappointing for this offense. I mean, you talked about it at halftime. Like, we've got to come out and start fast. We're trailing. Got to put some drives together, some possessions, and they come out on the first drive and kind of flounder around. This defense is going to have to step up.
Catches it cleanly at the 20. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Badgers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll keep it on the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you could tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. He'll pull it down and run. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And I really like the job by this offense because, listen, you've got the lead. Be smart with the football. You drop back, it's a scramble. The quarterback pulls it down, makes the play. Nice job. This is how you play with the lead. Take what the defense gives you and don't make mistakes.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10.
Nice read and nice throw. And I know Wisconsin quarterbacks always get the unfair moniker that they're game managers, and it's because they've always been a great rushing offense. Just got to complete a couple throws, keep the offense on schedule. But when you think about the offenses where they've had a difference maker, a guy like Russell Wilson that were able to throw on first down, take shots, just make them so much more explosive. I think this guy has some of those traits too.
Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker, it's Flowers. Touchdown, Wisconsin! And the pummeling has started. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Back to the ground game on the left. Strong run and a pickup of 5 out to the 15.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to...
Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a play by this defense. You've got the offense backed up. You stay aggressive, break on the football, make a big play, and your offense is jacked up inside the 5-yard line with a chance to punch this in and get some points on the board.
The Badgers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Badgers! authority as they're starting to thump the Gophers.
Well, I think Wisconsin knew coming into they needed to be the more physically dominant team. And, David, it seemed like it's been that way so far.
Yeah, and that's where it's good to have to be able to lean on. Even in rivalry games with high emotions, when you know who you are and you're physical and you can be the more physical team, you can get the lead. Now, just got to hang on to it and finish the drill.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mech.
It's a seam wide open. He found plenty of room. To the 39-yard line. And the Golden Gophers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking downfield on first down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Golden Gophers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Snagged out of the air. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Golden Gophers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. It's complete. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. The Golden Gophers are marching down the field. It's a draw. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air on second down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Now the play fake. Bringing the heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
Back to pass on second down. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
There are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
And the Badgers with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to take a shot. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got him downfield. There he goes. Touchdown, Wisconsin. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. He is putting the Badgers on his back. Reminds me of games we caught when Russell Wilson was at the helm.
Yeah, and I know Wisconsin fans get jacked up when they get great quarterback play. They don't get it very often. They don't get the explosive numbers with this offense. But this dude, he's putting on a show, and I guarantee you they are jumping around.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some... That first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. And the Golden Gophers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Going to try to get it himself. Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on 4th down. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 25.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum.
Touchdown, Golden Gophers! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell now starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not the smartest move on that one. Out of bounds at the 9, and the field position is not good. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say it's out of bounds, an incomplete pass.
And it's nice to be...
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The play action fake. Buys a little time. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Intercepted, number 19. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Minnesota. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
Love to see the defense still fighting hard this late in the game. Great job jumping the route, catching it, takes it back for a touchdown. Not too much time to celebrate, though. You're still trailing in this game. Still got some work to do, but no doubt that play is going to give this defense a little bit more confidence.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Badgers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Trying to beat the D deep. And it's picked off for the third time today. Got some room to run. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. They'll go back to work on offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Hauls it in. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Golden Gophers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Wants to throw again. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Golden Gophers are on the move. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the tight end. Turning it on. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
And this is always the time in the game when coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over. Like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
Well, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Looking to throw on third. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! They take it in for 6 more points. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. He has to take care of the football on this drive. You just can't survive throwing 3 picks in a game. They'll start this drive going to the air. Breaks it inside the 10. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Badgers will try to punch it in on first and goal. Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The pop pass gets popped behind the line for a loss. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They lost ground on first down, now second and goal from the 5. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Touchdown, Badgers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the 4th. Strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll keep it himself. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that.
He lost one down the sideline. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So you're
he's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The DBs will back off a bit. He wants to throw it again. Underheat, and he gets rid of it.
And the quarterback. Again, we already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Schultz. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And the Golden Gophers will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Going for it all. Touchdown, Minnesota! Made the grab. Zone for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
To the air on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's got him. He's into the open down the middle. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
And everybody's got different philosophies. Some people kick onsides every single time. You go for the big play, try to create some momentum for your team, but they failed. A nice job covering the kick, seeing the football off the kicker's foot, securing it, getting on the ground, and making sure your offense retains the football.
Ready, set.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Timeout called by the defense, 27 seconds to go.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. He gets it to the 38-yard line, but this defense forces a 4th down. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Wisconsin.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Breaks into the open. They make the stop and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one.